Good day, everyone. I am the Marginal Non-Hermit, and I have a little philosophical musing for you today. A few days ago, I was watching a video where someone mentioned the incident several years ago when Adam Kokesh brought a shotgun into Washington, D.C. This resulted in legal trouble for Adam Kokesh, and the person in the video said the phrase, quote, "He should not have done that," end quote. Now, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but often the word should is indicative of a moral judgment rather than a legal judgment, and I felt like it was important to make the distinction. Bringing a shotgun into Washington, D.C. is not immoral. It is illegal. The distinction is very important. Even the law recognizes, or perhaps it might be better said that the law used to recognize, that there are two different categories that you can put laws into. One is malum in se. Malum in se laws are laws that forbid acts that are deemed to be immoral. Malum prohibitum laws, on the other hand, are against acts that are not deemed to be immoral but are prohibited for other reasons. It's important to remember and important to note that the state cannot decide what is moral and immoral any more than the mafia could. However, the state wants you to think that by making something illegal it becomes wrong. This gives it great power, the power to oppress people, to oppress those that it wants to hurt, and those that want to resist its oppression. The state will often try to obfuscate this by referring to higher documents. The Constitution authorizes X, the Constitution authorizes Y. But this isn't really an argument. First off, the Constitution doesn't attempt to, or even pretend to, put forward a moral framework. And second, as we've read in Lysander Spooner's No Treason, the Constitution doesn't bind anyone anyway. Once you manage to divorce law, that is to say legislation on paper, from morality, which is really a peculiar combination of logic and culture, everything becomes much clearer. Now, when I say morality is a combination of logic and culture, what I mean is that the way that you're brought up and the conclusions that you've made by interacting with other people around you result in in your moral framework. And they're different, and for every person, all of these, which one is more influenced and what kind of influences they have is different. Some people believe X and Y are moral, some people believe X and Y are immoral, things like that. It will better serve your sanity to recognize the distinction in the early stages of tyranny rather than the later stages. The reason being that by recognizing this difference, you won't be dragged along as the state hurts you and the people around you. The belief that legal and moral are even on speaking terms forces you to believe that something is right today and wrong tomorrow. Was it wrong to shelter resistance members in Vichy France? Is it wrong to carry a weapon without threatening or even intimidating anyone? When you connect legality with morality, the question becomes how far will you be pulled along until you realize what's happening and pull back? Morality resides within yourself. Even if the whole world stood against you, it can't force you to believe that something is right or something is wrong without first breaking your individual will. That's really all I have for today. I just heard this and it kind of bugged me, and I thought I would just do a short video about the difference and why the difference is important, at least in my estimation. So, thank you for watching. I'm the Marginal Non-Hermit, and I'll see you next time.